right, and welcome back to ESQ-Astro Sauce. I am the host, ESQ-Astro, and as you see, the cards are already laid out. I was 5 minutes in and, had the spread out and my video paused. So, of course, if you've been watching me, I've been having some video recording issues. So, some of these readings will start out with the layout there. But again, I do all my shuffles and everything on camera. And the reason I don't save that short that I'll have and piece it, because, when I've done two-part videos before, one part will get watched, the other part won't. So, and again, I'm not getting a lot of views, so I'm not gonna go to those extents when recording, just because it just causes a lot more work for me than I'm willing to do. Based upon, again, I do this out of the love and for free. Again, I don't ask for donations or any of that. I will be offering paid readings soon, so you guys check out ESQAstro.com. So to start off the reading, we had the reversal of the Empress come out, okay, and then we had the Hermit come out in the upright after the Empress in the second position, okay, and then from there we had the Tower in reverse come out, okay, and Tower in reverse, and then from the Tower in reverse we had the Temperance card come out in reverse as well to end that first row, where again dominant reversals. And then we started out the second row with the Star card in the upright. The Strength card comes in reverse after that. And then we had the second Temperance come out in the upright to clarify the Temperance and the Tower in reverse. Coming up in the next row, the Lovers in reverse. The Chariot upright. And then to top off the reading was the Sun card, giving that everlasting joy, peace, love, and just overall guidance from, again, the Most High when we talk about the Sun card popping out upright. And again, light being shed on things as well. So coming out of the retrograde, this is where we'll get a lot more clarity as far as communication. And it's just a time to, again, know that things that may have not been set straight will be set straight. The bottom of the deck came out with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Okay. And that's what you can't see coming. What I'm seeing here through the full reading, though, is like, again, there's some type of golden opportunity that may be on hold, or may be in a point of deliberation between you and another party. You are the Hermit. You're planning, plotting, strategizing, standing on your square, holding firm ground, and just kind of, again, looking at things from the inside, looking out. Okay. So, again, this is a stage of preparation that the Hermit is in. And then with the Tower coming out in reverse, this could be something that's being rebuilt. This could also be exposure of some type of deception with the Tower in reverse when it comes to the Temperance card coming out right after that. But I would say it has more to do with the rebuilding, being that the Temperance card was confirmed with the Temperance card in the next row. But after the Temperance, we jump right to the Star card to start the next row. Okay. So going from the Temperance to the Star, it just shows that, again, there's a good session of planning and getting things in order, tightening up certain loose screws to make sure that things run efficiently. This could put you in that place of, again, your strength may be reversed, but again, it's you getting stronger, okay? Or again, it's you relinquishing your strength so that you give others an opportunity to show where their strengths are, okay? So again, we don't want to overpower situations to where, again, we can't relinquish our strength or share power in the way to where we pull back so that others can bring their strengths to the table as well. And again, with the Temperance coming out right after that in the upright, clarifying that Tower in reverse as well as the Temperance in reverse. And then coming out right after that reversal of the Strength, I would say things are definitely turning around the balance, because you can actually gain a lot from being in that place of helping others recognize and using their strengths. Okay. Now there is a choice that it looks like is needing to be made or has been made, may need to be reversed. Not sure, but it definitely can be dealing with some type of relationship. Um, the hierarchy of the Empress in reverse coming out. This could be a female figure, a motherly figure, could be even a boss at work that holds that particular position of authority over you. And again, this may be, you know, um, a conversation you two are having that are either looking at something that's going on with a coworker or something going on to get you in a higher position, and they may be putting you on to what needs to happen in that particular place. So this may put you in that place of rebuilding again, looking where you're not balanced, but realizing that you do have star power because they're recognizing you. You know, it may be about relinquishing those strengths to where again you're coming off a little too strong. So you may need to fall back a little bit to balance yourself. And again, that may reverse a judgment to where a position or a place of where you weren't getting motion, it gives motion and brings you to that ultimate place of joy, revealing that wheel of fortune that you don't see coming based upon these adjustments that you do have the opportunity to make. And again, the golden opportunity may be on hold, but it's still present. It's not like you've missed the chance. Okay, and with the 808 portal coming right before the eclipse, I would say we're running out of time. I would say by the second eclipse in August, certain portals and gateways are going to start to close to where you won't have the access to certain opportunities anymore. And it may be for, anywhere from 7 to 19 years based upon the particular cycles that we're going with all these planets moving into new signs this year. It definitely can be a wait if you don't take advantage of things now. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify with the gods of Egypt. I was just getting into the clarification of the reading and the classification. I like to classify my reads with the gods because these are the oracle cards. And they simplify things by getting down to, again, the large pantheon of gods through the Egyptian tarot, but also giving you attributes and reason that go with their existence and their placement. So, switching things up. Right. And the gods say union and power in reverse, the Sobek card. Okay. Union and power in reverse. Okay. So, with union and power in reverse, this could be something that maybe you've been challenged with when it comes to maybe getting a business partner, getting linked with the right people. Um, and that challenge could be either coming to an end or there could be motion um, to where, again, you may not need that now. With this Wheel of Fortune coming again, you don't know what that is. So, bottom of the deck for the gods, yeah, it's the Hermitage card. So the Hermit twice in this reading, and that's upright, Hermit upright. So still a dominant upright reading with the Hermitage card. I would say, yeah, something deep is coming in to where there's a plan in place that will be activated based upon what you can't see. But again, there's going to be certain adjustments that need to be made along the way to get things balanced. To where, again, when you get to this Lovers in reverse and the Chariot, an ultimate decision of motion is being made, I would say, or a decision is being reversed that's going to cause motion, bringing in some joy, some happiness, revealing that wheel, and again, maybe putting you in a place to, recognize that, uh, union and power are one. But the main thing is, again, you may be in a place to be where, that union can be disempowering. Okay. So we have to look at things practically, especially if this is something to do with business, a job, or a place where you may, have to compromise yourself. So again, we want to be, steadfast, stand our ground, because the Hermitage is, again, something that you can't see, and I believe is pretty much saying if you stand your ground, that will is going to benefit you a lot further than whatever union may be on the board. Like you may be being considered for a position or a promotion at your job, and then you end up finding a better job, something like that. That's how this looks like it plays out for me. But it's about you sticking to your guns, you doing your homework, and again, you constantly being on the motivated side to always look for better. You know what I mean? Because you can be content. You know, the hangman didn't come out, but you could be content in that hangman position. But if you're not in the place of being content and having that star power to where, or that hermit come out with it to where you're constantly looking for better. Because again, I've always been told that, you know, no matter how good you're doing, you can always do better. You know, just again, as no matter how bad you're doing, somebody's always doing worse. You know, so it's again, to me, at the end of the day, it's a choice. You know, but again, the better we prepare ourselves, the better we can actually put ourselves in a position to make better choices. You know, and sometimes that's why we don't make good choices, because we're not prepared to even be faced with those particular choices to make a good choice. You know, especially if we're in a desperate place or in a place of lack. And again, that's a perspective as well. So um, you never make good situations in desperation. You know, most good situations or good places I put myself in by making good decisions is when I was relaxed. You know, cool, just in a happy point of my life, or just in a happier mood, and not really looking at things like I needed it. And so the saying I picked up last week, where it says, in desperation we grab, but when we are peaceful we receive. You know, so we have to be in the mindset of, again, not being so desperate that we'll take anything. That's how you get poisoned. But again, being in a place to recognize what is for you and the opportunities that present themselves, again, and the time constraints that we work with time standing still for no man, to take advantage of the opportunities when we need to. But again, being in a place to recognize when things may not be balanced or for your greatest good. Because again, even if it's in business where somebody's trying to partner with you, it could be the leverage of control that they may be looking for by doing so. So just make sure things are clear when it comes to any contracts you may be signing, which is definitely here in the reading, like some contractual things may come up. So just make sure you crossing your T's, dotting your I's, you know, on your P's and Q's when reading that fine print as well. We still in that Mercury post shadow retrograde, so definitely want to make sure we reading things and being clear as far as what's being communicated. If we don't understand something, then we need to be putting ourselves in the best place to clarify and understand things when it comes to these contractual things, whether it's with your lawyer or you pulling up Chat or Gemini, and again, looking to get the deeper or clearer understanding. So, but I'm gonna leave the reading there. Like I said, I think it's pretty straightforward. You know, this is Monday, so it's a new week, and I believe today is going to be that show of the turnaround that happened last week. Something's definitely coming out of, I would say, a place of rebuilding and planning, and somebody just basically sticking to their guns and being persistent. So keep being persistent, and you will persevere in both ways. I would say energetically as well as possibly financially, you know, or again, access to resources that are going to help you get to that financial abundance. All right. So that's ESQ Astro Sauce. I am ESQ Astro, and we are checking out. Peace.